Find strength in stillness. This is an aha moment that I had a few days ago while I was in the middle of my hot yoga class. And it came to me while I was in a warrior one asana that, oh my gosh, I found my strength within through stillness, through the stillness of meditation, through the stillness of my yoga practice, through the stillness of breath work, through the stillness of yoga poses. This came to me and I felt so excited about it because I was like, wow, like I know I've gotten so strong and I have gained so much wisdom and knowledge in the last 4 years of my life, but to get all the way from back here all the way to over here and to see it and realize like I have these visions of like, oh my God, that's what happened, that's what took place, and I want to share it with you. Hi, my name is Leanne and thank you for coming to my channel at I Say This With Love 33. As you know, this is my channel of raw, true, authentic stories of my wisdom, my knowledge, my experiences. I only speak about what I have experienced because I am a true believer. If you walk the walk, you can talk the talk. And I have walked a lot of walks and I'm here to share my wisdom and knowledge with the world to help heal people, possibly spark something within you, possibly plant a seed. We'll see. But anyways, thank you for being here. So let's go back to finding strength in stillness. Now, for a lot of us, this is very hard space to be because we find it very uncomfortable to sit with ourselves in stillness. Stop and think about it. Are you able to take yourself to maybe a couch or sit down, lay down, find a comfortable space and not have your phone and not have anyone around you and not have the TV on and not have the radio on, but can you just sit there with yourself? And if so, like how long can you do that for? Is it really uncomfortable and you start to get like fidgety and like, oh my God, this is like uncomfortable and I don't want to do this and blah, 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 and I could be doing this and I should be doing that, and then your brain's like busy working overtime, or you might not even be able to try it. You might not even be the person to be like, no, I can't sit by myself. Think about it. Could it be that you don't want to sit with yourself in silence? Or could it be that there's pain somewhere deep within that is preventing you from sitting in stillness? Could it be that you're afraid of what might bubble up while you are in stillness? These are all reasonable questions and reasonable feelings that I personally have gone through myself because I was never able to be sitting in stillness with myself prior to 4 years ago. But I will share my story with you about what I found in stillness. I found my strength in the midst of my yoga classes, which were extremely challenging, extremely, shall I say, like grueling at the beginning, because yoga is a space and a practice of where you go inward before you come outward. So it's a space to tap in with your mind, your body, and your soul, and to get them all in harmony. But it starts with the breath work and going in with the mind. And now I was never able to do that. I never even had a vision of doing that throughout my whole life because I was busy, go. Couldn't stand to sit with myself in stillness. Always had to be busy, always had to have something happening. But I learned that I can sit with myself. It is possible. And there's so many things that I have found while being in that space of stillness. And I want to share those things with you and let you know, like, it is possible for all of you to find your inner strength while sitting in stillness. The hardest part is getting yourself from point A to point B, which is like right here, to being in the stillness. But what I found in my stillness was life-changing, and I want to share it with you guys. So in stillness, I found hope. 4 years ago, when I was unable to sit in stillness and I was in a very shattering place in my life that was about to abruptly change, I found hope. I didn't have hope prior to that. I was broken. I was filled with guilt, fear, shame, feelings of unworthiness, feelings of not being good enough, feelings of failing, feelings of being too scared to push into, like, well, why do I feel like this? Or why do I feel like that? I wouldn't let myself handle it. So I found hope while sitting in stillness. And let me tell you, when you start to find those little tidbits of hope, it really changes things, and it can get that ball rolling and that forward momentum going. If you have become at a space where you're stuck, you're completely tired, or you're broken, or you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, there's hope, and you can find hope when you sit in stillness. In stillness, I found ease. I found a lightness. I found the release of carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. Now, yes, I brought that all on myself unconsciously, because that's who I was to my whole life. To feel any self-worth, I had to be doing everything for everybody and giving everything to everybody and not having boundaries. So when I was able to sit still with myself and push into those things and realize that I don't have to do everything for everybody. And as a matter of fact, I shouldn't do everything for everybody, because that's taking away from them, and that's not letting them do things for themselves and perhaps make mistakes and fall down and get back up. So I was essentially robbing everybody of their own strengths. And I know that now, but I didn't know that then. So I was able to release that and find strength in releasing that weight of the world off my shoulders. I found the space in stillness to learn how to love myself again, because I did not love myself. I did not like myself. It was a very dark space where I was. And as I sat in stillness, and specifically in my yoga classes, and the teachers would be talking and guiding us through our poses and giving positive words of affirmations and telling us how, like, what part of the body we're working or lengthening or stretching, the focus became on that. And as I went back again and again, day after day, and fought for my life and tried my hardest to learn and to acquire unconditional love for myself, it came. And through the movement of moving the energies through your body and the stagnant and trapped energies out of the chakras, which goes deeper, like holding that space and sitting in that silence and stillness was beautiful. And it is beautiful. And it's a place where we can all go. And you don't have to go to yoga. I'm just giving you my experience, and what my experience is might not work for you, and that's okay. But as I've said before in other videos, discern what's right for you and what's not, what might resonate with you, what's not. Like the first 54 years of my life, I had no interest in doing yoga. I knew nothing about I thought it was just all about stretching. I had no clue that it was a place to go inward and to align and balance the mind, body, and the soul. So once that life-shattering event took place and I had to find love for myself and for my body and for my mind and my soul, yoga was the space where I found it. And in yoga, when you're holding those poses and you're in stillness, it really gives you time to think about, wow, like I am really strong right now. Like I'm holding this pose and I can do it. And like 4 weeks ago, there's no way I couldn't have even done this. And so to find that strength and acknowledge how far you've come, even though it's going to be slow and you're going to go backwards sometimes, but finding that and acknowledging that is something that is truly enlightening. So if you're in a space to where you might be where I was 4 years ago and you're like, man, my life is not happy. I don't even know who I am. Why am I here on this earth? I don't love my husband anymore, or I don't love myself, and everything could just go to hell, and I'd rather live in the gutter than be in this space where I'm in. And I can say that because I was there. That was me. And I do say this with love, because if you are in that space, I do honor you, and it is hard, and I'm not poking fun because it's very, very heavy and very deep. And I want to be the light to let you know that you can get through that. You can find strength within, and you can be the one to make a change in your life. As a matter of fact, you are the only one who can make a change in your life. Nobody else can do it for you. And yeah, it might take the universe to come and shake you and knock you down and shake your soul and being like, stop, like this isn't good for you. You're not happy. They're not happy. You know, things are falling apart. This isn't in alignment anymore. Let it go. But we're so scared to let it go because that's maybe all that we have known. I hear you. I get it. I've been there. I feel that. But let me offer you, find a place where you can have stillness. See if it's even available to you yet. It might not be, and that's okay, because everything happens when it's supposed to happen, and everything happens the way it is supposed to happen. So maybe you're in a tough space right now and you're making decisions, like big life-shattering decisions, and you're like, I don't know. Like, if I do this, I already know what is here, so it might not be that bad. Maybe it'll get better. Or you might be like, no, forget this, man, I'm out, but I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know where I'm going to get money or food or anything. But, when you can sit in stillness and listen to your intuition and be quiet long enough to hear your higher self speaking to your lower self and getting that feeling in your gut and listening, you're going to find answers. Our body is always communicating with us, but we have learned and we have been conditioned and we have been taught how to not listen to ourselves, how to not feel ourselves. We're always pros to go outward to look for information. We're going for external sources to get our answers, when ultimately the answers are all within you, all inside of us. Not one person, not one thing, not one podcast, not one anything can go inside and heal you and give you the answer that you need. They might be able to spark something within you. They might be able to suggest something that worked for them, like I do, but it might not work for you. But you have to just make that discernment. And remember, everything you need is already within. Your God, your source, your highest self, whatever you believe in, has already given you the tools inside. And if we can sit in stillness long enough to quiet our mind and open our heart, then you're going to be able to feel into your answers. It took me a while, and I was never a person of feelings. And I always, my whole life, and I have said this, never say never. I would always be like, they're just way too into their feelings, and life is life, and just pick up your bootstraps and keep moving forward. You don't have time to feel bad about it. But boy, was I wrong, because you do have to allow yourself to feel through things, feel through the pains, feel through the traumas, feel through the joys, feel through the anger, feel through the fear. You have to feel that. Otherwise, it's just going to build up and build up and build up and have so many trapped energies inside your body. And then we're going to get sick, and we're going to get diseases, and we're going to get locked up in our hips and our shoulders. And then we're going to turn to vices, and we're going to drink our lives away, or we're going to vape all day, or we're going to be going shopping and doing everything in excess or completely under the radar of not wanting to be seen, or I don't matter and I can't, nobody look at me, nothing about me matters. We're all human, and we're all here on this earth getting through our lessons, and it's okay. Wherever you are at, it's okay. You're supposed to be there at that point. So don't push on yourselves too hard of like, oh, I should be farther along, or I should have made this decision 10 years ago, or man, I should have listened to this person because they were right and I should have did that. Try to release that. Let it go. Take a deep breath and let it out, because everything happens the way that it's supposed to happen. And nobody can tell you how to live your life or what to do or what is right for you. Only you know what is right for you. And sometimes we don't even know what is right for us. We're just going on about our day like robots. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm just gonna go because I'm so busy and I have so many things to do and I don't have time to feel. Oh, that's so hard. That's so hard. Been there. So sitting in stillness, I found my strength. I found my joy. I found peace. I found the weight of the world lifted off my shoulders when I learned to release. If somebody has a problem, if somebody wants to do something, if somebody doesn't agree with you, if somebody has a different perspective, like let them, just let them. Let them be them and hold space for that, and let you be you. You don't have to bow down, change your views, change your feelings of what is right for you just to appease somebody else. And I learned that through stillness. I learned how to unconditionally love myself and everybody else through all aspects, good and bad. Because although I thought I was a person of unconditional love prior, I wasn't. Because you know why? Because I didn't unconditionally love myself. So when you don't unconditionally love yourself, there's no way on God's earth you can unconditionally love everybody else. It might look like it, it might feel like it, but it's not. So when I was able to love myself through all the good times, love myself for all the bad times, the hard times, the lessons, the traumas, the decisions that I wish I wouldn't have made, or the choices that could have been better. When I learned to go ahead and just like release those chains of fear and guilt and shame about things that have happened, it is so freeing. Like, it is just so freeing. I can't say enough about it. And it brings lightness to your heart and your soul. Like, and actually it like oozes out of my whole embodiment of life. Like, I truly live my best life each day because I have learned that I am strong. I found my strength within, and I found that in stillness. And in that stillness, I found joy, and it's available to you. I found peace. I found hope. I found love. I found a new lease on life. I found my strength to be able to dig myself up out of the trenches that I was in. I made it through a ending of a marriage for 35 years, relationship 40 years. I was able to find healing. My journey of healing began. I was able to find who I am and what I came to this earth to do. And that feels so good. Because prior, I was always living for everybody else because I was not good enough in my mind, my heart, and my soul to deserve anything. So I always lived my life through everybody else's eyes, through everything they wanted to do and all that stuff. And I know there's a heck of a lot of you out there where you just get into a relationship and then, you're two separate people and then you come together, and then usually like I'm not going to say weaker, but like the more dominant, stronger one will overtake their dynamic, and then the weaker one will be like, okay, well, we'll just do what you want to do. Okay, well, I'll just learn to start playing what you want to play. Okay, well, I never did that in my life, but I'll just do it because that's what you love and I want to make you happy. That is going to come back to bite you in the bitter butt. And let me tell you, that is truth. And I say that with love. Honor yourself. Honor you, what you love. Be those two separate people that can enlighten each other and lift each other up through their own strengths. But one doesn't have to succumb to the other, and the other one doesn't have to succumb to that. Yeah, when you become married, they say you are united into one, but you are two separate souls that came to this earth for their own reasons. So honor that. And know that if you have lost the space, if you have gotten to a point where you're ready to go on a healing journey or make some changes in your life, it's possible. You can do it. I did it. If I can do it, everybody can do it. And you do have the inner strength within. You do have everything you need within you. Like I said before, whatever you believe in, God, Source, Universe has given us the equipment in our temple. The only temple not built by man is in our head. Quiet your mind and open your heart. Feel into it. Learn to love yourself. Learn to release. Find your strength in stillness, no matter what it might be. Maybe it might be yoga. Maybe it might be meditation. Maybe it might be sitting in your car. That's the only place you can find alone time, closing your eyes and just sitting there. But put your phone down. Turn off the volume. Don't let anybody interrupt you. And it's probably going to be a short time to start with, but then you can go longer and longer and longer. It's a practice like anything in life that's going to be long term. It's not instant gratification, but it takes time. It takes practice. And if you want to feel better, if you want to find peace, if you want to have hope and joy and love of life and passion and zest, you got this. You got this. So I do say all this with love, and I know it's hard. So, when you're in that space, it is heavy. It is deep. I've been there. I know that. And I do offer this channel as a safe space. If you have any comments that you want to leave, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comments section and I will respond to you. Thank you for being here and visiting my channel. I say this with love 33. If you like this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.